Okay, shalom and praises be unto Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Rakak Wadash. Double honor unto the elder apostles, the elder bishops at Great Millstone who rule well and he taught us this truth. Shalom unto the sincere Arkin pushing the word in the truth, or in truth and in sincerity, and to a few believing sisters as well. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Rakak Wadash Barakatham. Now, I'm here watching the news. And as I'm watching the news, I'm just scrolling through like previous camp videos or just, checking the comment board and stuff. And I come across this. Now, this was from about 2 weeks ago. Now, as you can see, they're still on screen. We was at the camp. That's not all the brothers in the shop, but quite a few of us are there in the shop at that particular time. And this person by the handle of Neil Simpson, right? One sec. Yeah, nothing. As much as I thought. Neil Simpson commented 2 weeks ago what happened to Oxford Street with laughing emojis. Then he puts fucking clowns. Well, what happened? Okay, Neil. I'll tell you what happened, And this isn't a response video because triggered or anything. It's just an opportunity to show that not everybody that tunes in is sincere. All the more reason why the Holy Spirit has, from the elder apostles and bishops on down to us brothers, emphasized that this is for the elect. The target audience was always the elect and will always be the elect. This is for the elect. Okay, because you've got a lot of people that tune in for a show, that tune in for some entertainment, and they like it when you're in environments that enhances entertainment. Okay, now he says what happened to Oxford Street. Well, you've got GMS London Central, which is really GMS England. We're all one big camp, and us portion of brothers, if you will, are in dislocation. Okay, now Oxford Street is where the main central camp used to be for years, and by the way, that's not the only place that the central camp taught. They taught in many other places before that and after the Oxford Street era to this date. Okay, starting with the head elder, Elder Ramah. The elder Rakayakam, the elder Rakama Kapashan, things of that nature, brothers on down, right, was at Oxford Street. Now Oxford Street is one of the busiest shopping streets, dare I say landmark within the world, but it's one of the busiest shopping streets in Europe, man. And all kind of traffic, all kind of people used to go through there. But what you got in Oxford Street was a lot of characters because it was a high profile place. Now that was for a time and that was for a season. Okay. Now I suspect that this handle Neil Simpson is probably some dickhead in London, under some other page, called Neil Simpson, because you've got a lot of people in London that go around talking about, you guys, you're in the bushes, you moved, there's a lot of people that get offended when brothers move location and they weren't notified. The real question is why. Work that one out, work that equation, nigga. But that's what happens, man. People get offended because you're no longer... Now, we weren't there to provide entertainment anyway. We're here to teach the truth. But, certain locations means you encounter certain type of characters and people tune in for the fun because they like watching people get cut or they like people, the back and forth and all that crap. But, the order came out, that, we'd move from these places, Elder Apostle Tahar spoke about getting out of El City, and then over here in England, the order was given from, the heads, top, brothers top elders over here in England, the leadership, I'll say, is the fitting word I was looking for there. The leadership gave the command that we're gonna move off these high profile areas. Now we're still out there, but people get offended at that, People make videos about that. Oh, you're in the bush and you're hiding and you're this and men are getting weak. No, we're gonna discover through the scriptures. It's not what we are, but it's what you're exposed to be, apparently. Okay. And by the way, just because you see us in these type of areas, people still come up because it's not about quantity, it's about quality, And that shows that these people don't really rate or trust the Holy Spirit. You don't rate the Spirit of the Lord, man. You think a location, is powerful enough to stop the elect coming in? First of all, we're out there to be seen and do speak to people. People see us. People come up to the camp. But because you're not 10 meters from a bus stop and it's some crowded high street main area, people get fucking offended as if you've lost faith. You dickhead. So I'm pretty confident that Neil Simpson is some arsehole from London somewhere else, just trying to mock brothers, man. What happened to Oxford Street? Fucking clowns. Okay, then, well, let's read the scriptures. Okay. I'm going to start out with this one. This is the book of John chapter 3 and 8, and it says, do you know what? Let me start from verse 7. If this will load. John chapter 3 verse 7, and it says, so like about that, you're going to have to wait. So like here, do you know what? I'm going to put it on that. So like about that. John chapter 3 and 7. Marvel not that I say unto thee, ye must be born again. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh, or whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit. Okay? And the Spirit is like the wind, man. Now, in today's age, knowledge shall be increased. They can tell the speed of the wind, the direction of the wind, all kind of things, right? But back then, it's the wind blowing, you don't know if it's coming or going, okay? So that's the point. As the wind is unpredictable, so are they that are of the Spirit. But it's also the ability to follow it, and only the elect will be able to do so, okay? People get comfortable. Are they always going to be on Oxford Street? Are they always going to be here? We're always going to be there. Another place our portion of the camp used to teach was in Hanover Square, which is round the corner from Oxford Street. We taught in King's Cross, another major station, one of the most major stations in the UK. King's Cross, St Pancras, two major stations across the road from each other. That's a national station. That's an international station, rather. You can get the Eurostar and go all kind of places from King's Cross, St Pancras. Up the road from there, you got Euston. Now, they'll always be there. But you just move. The Spirit has a change from the leadership on down. People get offended because their motives for the truth is wayward and wrong. Okay? So is everyone that is born of the Spirit. So there's a level of unpredictability. And when people get caught by your spiritual unpredictability through the Holy Spirit, they get offended. What happened to Oxford Street? Ain't nothing happened to Oxford Street. Oxford Street is still there, nigga. The brothers just left. Somewhere else now. Alright? So it's not really the brothers you're offended at. It's the scriptures, man. This is the book of John chapter 11 verse 54. And it says, Yahushua therefore walks no more openly among the Jews, but went thence unto a country near to the wilderness, into a city called Ephraim, and there continued with his disciples. And the Jews' Passover was nigh at hand, and many went out of the country up to Jerusalem, unto Jerusalem before the Passover, to purify themselves, mentally and physically. The ritual bathing and all of that, forgiveness amongst Akim and all of that stuff, right? Then sought they for Yahushua, and spake among themselves as they stood in the temple, what think ye, that he will not come to the feast? Now, I believe when you read on, Yahushua actually went to the feast, but he was hiding, and he sent his disciples. He didn't want to go in a big crowd. so that he could really observe the feast but hide, okay, because they knew they were after him. But the point is, towards the end of the Lord's ministry, he left the cities and was in hiding, man. Okay, in terms of he was out of the main areas. He was still doing his thing, but he was out of that high profile light. Okay, and it's the type of guys that don't understand one iota, which is Greek, yeah, of prophecy. They're the guys that would scoff at things like that, you know. And brothers have had dreams of these offshoot dudes, you know, when the famine of the word comes, because they're not in the loop, they'll still try and go outside and get shot or get hurt and think it's in the cause of the ministry. Nah, you didn't die in the cause of the ministry. You just died because you're disobedient. You know, you got hurt because you're disobedient, man. You know, these guys that they have an inability to follow the Holy Spirit because they're offended by the Holy Spirit. They want to do things their way and not the way that the Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai would have it done through the Holy Spirit. Okay? An inability to follow orders, man. You know? That's just what it is. Okay? So Yahweh Shai therefore walk no more openly among the Jews. Now again, it doesn't mean that nobody sees us. People fucking see us, man. Okay? It's just perhaps the camera angle you're seeing it from, you know. We're in certain areas that's not as busy and outgoing as the likes of Oxford Street or whatever the case, Hanover Square, King's Cross, whatever the case may be. But brothers are still out there to be seen. People come up to the camp. Okay? So what the fuck are you talking about, man? What happened to Oxford? As if that's some diss. That's not a diss, man. That just shows that you're offended, man. But again, it's the Holy Spirit. Because we're driven by the Holy Spirit. And that's what guys don't understand. We are driven by the Holy Spirit. Yahweh, the Father, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Son, Bahasham Rachak Wadash, in the name of the Holy Spirit. We are driven by the Holy Spirit. From the leadership on down, man. So it's not us you're scoffing at, it's the Holy Spirit. But you're also sad that you ain't got the ability to follow the voice. Okay? They hear the voice of the Lord and follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. You're really offended that you can't do that, man. You know? That's probably some sour-ass dude from London on another alias channel talking shit, man. You know? But all it boils down to is an inability to really grasp. The Lord never gave such individuals the ability to grasp what this truth is about. You know? It's not about fucking converting Israelites. It's about calling out onto the elect. Okay? The Lord does the conversion. We only put the word out there. But the target audience is the elect. You know, these setting up in black people areas, the hood and all, that's all fucking redundant, man. You're wasting your time. But again, guys don't understand the mission. Alright? Really, some guys are offended that this truth is for the elect. You know? And it all goes back into feeding into that I hate great millstone spirit. You know? Because if another group moved the location, they wouldn't get that response. But you move location, what happened to Oxford Street? Oh, man. What happened to listening to God? You know, what happened to the mission? What happened to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai? You know, did you ever consider the Lord in your ways? Or you just doing your own thing in a garment? Crazy.